Hello, everyone. I'm Stanley Smith, and as some of you who might know me know that I like to attend Washington National Cathedral on Sundays, as well as my local Episcopalian church. And it was one of the great joys for me during the pandemic, which, I mean, it's hard to think that we actually could have joy, but I think it was a joy and a pleasure as the lights literally were going out. I discovered or rediscovered the Washington National Cathedral as a place that the lights were very much still on in the world and in the nation and wherever I was at the time during the pandemic. So I really enjoyed attending those services. And early on, I heard in the scripture reading the part about how we need to take action and give voice to people who don't have a voice in the world and take action on their behalf, speak on their behalf and take action on their behalf. And I really took that to heart. And one of the great joys of my church experience on every Sunday was attending coffee hour. And I thought, well, I can do that. I can initiate coffee hour and reach out to people and talk to them. And the national people actually were very, very receptive to the same idea. And they also created a national coffee hour, which I enjoyed very much during the pandemic because they welcomed people from all over the nation and all over the world. So many terrific sermons at the National Cathedral during the pandemic and continuing. I still enjoy the message each Sunday. It's a great liturgical church where the word is presented with reverence and really with awe. Many memorable services include their regular staff, which of course I love Jan and Dana and Randy and all the staff. Also, a terrific lineup of guest preachers. One of my favorite was Reverend Vashti, who I believe is from the African American Episcopal denomination, and she gave a terrific sermon. Theme was yes and yes again, and she really listed a litany of all the terrific attributes of the United States and also many of the pitfalls of our history and of our current situation. And her answer to all those things was simply yes. We need to say yes to all those things, the good and the bad. She also talked about the pandemic being our Red Sea moment, where we have a chance to exit from that which wasn't working and into promised land of new beginnings. More recently, last Sunday, Dana Castello gave a sermon about divorce, and that is one of the challenges of operating in a liturgical church. Whatever the lectionary reading is that Sunday, it's pretty much what you're stuck with. And Dana got stuck with the topic of divorce. But Dana did a great job, and she said, as much as we'd like to label people and ourselves with the sin of divorce, she said, most certainly is not a sin because it's just another example of many ways we fall short, that not all things are possible for humans, but everything is possible for God. Dana also added this, which I thought was so helpful and so insightful, and that was the idea that even joy dies. And I thought that was helpful because we've all had many joys in our lives, and before the pandemic, I mean, I think I was relatively happy with my life, but even the good things die. The good and the bad come to an end, and it's time to move on. This week, Reverend Leonard um, from the National Cathedral, he gave a sermon, morning prayer message. His passage was about Mary and Martha. So Mary was in the kitchen scrubbing the pots and pans. Martha was out worshiping Jesus, and his takeaway on that was novel to me. He quoted the popular author at the time in I think the 80s and 90s, Stephen Covey. And the quote he pulled out of the Stephen Covey memory bank was, "We can't let the good get in the way of the best." And Mary was doing a good job in the kitchen. She was doing the good, but Martha chose the best. So my takeaway from, only many takeaways, but the takeaway this week was we do need to let these things in our lives, even the good things, die so that something better can come. And to take some time, not try to run around fixing everything, solving everything. I think most of us have given up on the idea of getting back to normal, but just go a little extra mile, just give everything just a little extra time and a little extra space. And try not so hard to fix things or figure it out, and just let the best thing come into your life this week and in the coming weeks ahead. Hope wherever you're attending church on Sunday, you're enjoying it, finding it meaningful. If you're not attending church and just communing on your own, whatever fits the bill, whatever gets you across your Red Sea moment and into a better place, then we can all celebrate that together. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.